Hi everyone, welcome to TNT Thursday. Today's tutorial is going to be a junk journal made from a 12 by 12 piece of paper. I like doing this one in particular because you can utilize your cardstock or your paper pads that have white on the back, you know, instead of, or you can just do cardstock double-sided and just cut it into 6 inches. But this is a good thing to do with your papers from your paper pads that have white on the back. And what you do is you're going to fold it in half, match your corners there. I'm going to push it down. Try not to expose the white edges. We can always go back and, you know, put your dyes on them. Your inks, you can ink them up. And what you're going to do is you're going to fold this in 3. I'm going to use my scoreboard and mark my 4 inches. 4 inches there. 4 inches there. Okay, I do have one that I started because once I show you how this template goes, I'm going to move on and put this one together. But what I am going to do is, I did sew mine, and what I suggest you do so your edges stay together is you can run a bead of glue along here real quick to keep them together, to not expose your whites after you're done folding. And as I said, you can either sew whatever. So now I'm going to find my middle mark here. And I'm going to get my ruler. And I'm going to cut a corner here, a triangle here, and give it an envelope. This one here. And we're going to use those pieces that we cut off. So I'm going to cut this here. And I'm going to cut this one here. Okay, and then I suggest that you also, because this is now double-sided, I would run a bead of glue to keep them down as well. Now we're going to fold it. Fold this one down. And you made yourself a little envelope. Okay. So that's the basic of it, but what you do when you open it up and you ink your edges or sew around your edges, these pieces here are the same thing. You're going to use these as corner pockets. Like such. So I'm going to put this one aside and bring this one out. See this one here? I did sew the pockets in here. And then my closure, I took another piece, and this one measures 8 by 3, but you can make it whatever size you want. And then what you do is this goes around like this. Okay. But before I do that, I want to put sew my signatures in. So I did get some papers together. And I'm going to put my papers together here to give me a journal. And I did take a piece of paper to mark where I want my holes to be in advance. I just thought it was easier than me taking so much time on the video. I'm gonna poke my holes. This one, put that back there. We're going to use a A3 hole binder, binding system. 1, 2, 3. Going to go into the middle. Up at the top. I can see it. Going to go back through the middle. To the bottom. Take the lid off. I'm gonna tie this to a double knot. Put this thread through. I always do that for some reason, just to secure it. Tie that down. And do another double knot. That's it. Put some. Okay, so now I've got my journals in. Okay. Then I'm going to add some ephemera into my pockets. Let's see, I have some out here. Neutrals, these ones. I think I'll use some of these. And one of these. I'm just gonna remove it. Tape on the back, removable tape I have on the back. I just glue them down in the book. I have this. Just get it to match. Now you can decorate your pages too and add whatever you would like. I have a little dangle here. Could do. Okay, so that's the journal part, and I do want to just make the closure. The closure, what I did do here was I did take a piece of this extra and I folded it over, made it double to make it a little heavy, and I did sink a grommet through it. You can and I'm going to use this thread to add a little charm here, just so you can see it. And this was inspired, I did see this in another group, and they had done a swap on this, and I watched the video, and it was inspired by Kathy's Garden, and I just thought it was something different for different type of journal that I hadn't made. I do have another envelope journal I'm going to show you that I did make. A couple years ago, and I see that they're coming back again. See everybody doing them. Oh, let me do it this way. Now I'm taking a piece of Sari silk, sorry, for my closure. My tie closure. And this is it. It's not that complicated. It's a simple type of thing. It's nice to send to your pen pal if you have one. And again, it's just a journal with a little bit of closure to it. You don't have to do that many papers. You know, my signature is, I believe, 6 pages. And just a little bit of ephemera, and you can decorate it. And that's that one. I'll show you this one real quick. This is one that I made quite a few years ago. This was made with envelopes. And I think at the time I was following treasure books, I think it is. And I didn't decorate, but I did emboss these craft style envelopes and added some ephemera. You got a pocket here. This is a pad. And then, you know, you've got an envelope here, an envelope here. This one's made with 4 envelopes, but I see the ones that they're doing is just made with 1. And these have the pockets in it here. So what I did was I did some envelopes yesterday so I could show you how to put this together. So this is my signature, okay? And this is actually your cover, kind of. So what I do is, I'm going to take this out. Put this way. I want this one to be my cover. So you can pick whichever one you want to be your cover, okay? And then I'm going to put this one in like that, like such. And then I'm going to put this one in like such. And then this one goes into this one. So this, your center has the open here. So when you put your signature in, you're catching, you know, all 4 envelopes. Then you turn it the right way. Just make sure your papers, as you can see, I have them upside down now. So I'm going to put them the right way now. No, it was the right way. So, and you do the same thing. You can do, you know, put your binding in, to attach your signatures. You can sew these in even if you want. You can decorate your covers, whatever. You know, it's just another option to do, you know, you can do one just with one. But I like the 2 because it gave me more pockets, you know, to put in here. And so this is just 2 envelopes, one inserted in here, one inserted in there. And you can keep going with envelopes and make a accordion one if you want, but oh no, it didn't rip it. And this would be just a single one, you know. But with the dyed envelopes and the embossing, they're a little bit thinner, so it was nice to have the 2. And that's it. Please leave a comment if you like the video, and I hope you watch it, and happy Thursday. Thank you.